So this was an article from military.com about the Army is seeking $6 million refund from the UFL because of their recruitment deal. So remember, last year they had $11 million partnership with the Army. Apparently that yielded no new recruits. And Dwayne Johnson was supposed to do uh, Instagram posts. He was supposed to do 5. He only did 2. Internal review projects projects a loss of 38 potential enlistments due to the partnership. This is I don't this is interesting. So let's just get into it and I'll give you my take. According to the report, military.com, United States Army is seeking to recover $6 million from its $11 million marketing partnership with the UFL, a deal that failed to generate a single recruit. This has been going on. It's not just the UFL's fault. It's just that none of these partnerships have done that well with the amount of money that coming out to it. So documents obtained by author Steve Beynon revealed that the Army and UFL collaboration, which began early this year, has not met its intended goals. The partnership included prominent Army branding of UFL player uniforms and during game broadcasts throughout the league's inaugural season from March to June. I mean, it was everywhere. You couldn't watch a game without seeing the United States Army logo any there. Remember the Army Replay Center. So in that respect, the UFL certainly held its end of the bargain, but it seems the plan included a bit more. Key component of the partnership involved UFL co-owner Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson promoting the Army on social media. The Army valued Johnson's posts, this is Instagram posts, at $1 million each, expecting 5 posts to his 396 million Instagram followers. However, Johnson only made 2 Army-related posts, with none since April. This shortfall in social media promotion contributed to the partnership's underperformance. That's the part that makes no sense. I mean, I can make an Instagram post right now, and if it was worth $1 million, I would do it. What I've been trying to ascertain is how involved Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is, and it's very. I'm kind of hearing that his involvement is very minimal. You know, a very small partnership with the league anymore. Like, and as far as ownership goes, it's not a lot is what I'm hearing. I'm trying to gather that, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. That he's not really. Danny Garcia is also involved a little bit more, but again, they're not big owners. I mean, it's Redbird and Fox all the way. So I don't know if that had something to do with it, like where he was involved, but now he's not involved because this was part of the UFL, and so who knows. So that's what we've been hearing about that, but maybe at the time of the deal, both Johnson and Garcia were all in, as this would have been part of the XFL. But with the merger and when the UFL season started, Johnson was kind of out, so he was not on the hook for those posts anymore. That's just kind of my hunch. But aside from the UFL playoffs, we haven't really heard much from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson promoting the UFL at all. Has he said anything about players making the league? But this isn't the first time military.com reported negatively on the UFL Army partnership. Was 2 days after The Rock made his first 2 Instagram posts about the Army. Clearly, the timing was not coincidence, and that was the first and last time the Army was mentioned on his Instagram. Army spokesperson Laura DeFrancisco stated, "We are in the process of working with the UFL to determine the final cost. An internal review conducted by the Army projects the partnership may have led to a loss of 38 potential enlistments." I don't even understand how you quantify that, but okay, this outcome is particularly concerning for the Army, which is currently facing historic recruiting crisis. Army planners, this was from the article, Army planners use various metrics to judge whether time and money could be better spent in other efforts, and the effort and resources spent on the UFL were seen as service as a net negative for recruiting. Okay. The article does point out that the Army did spend $80 million in advertising with NASCAR. It did not get a single recruit either. So there you go there. Flashy headlines aside, this is more about the Army. No matter how or where they spend their advertising money, they're not able to land new recruits. It's not NASCAR or the USFL's fault in that matter. Again, that's what we think. The one thing that we were taken back by the report, because UFL News Hub had been hearing throughout the season that things were going well with the Army, and they were looking to re-up for year 2. There was actually people on the ground during those final games of the season supposedly talking to the Army about, re-ing up for next year. So let's just kind of hold off on this before we kind of rush to judgment. I'm trying to work the angle and seeing if you know, we can get some more information on that. So stay tuned to UFL News Hub because I'm working this story and see if we can get some more information. Maybe have somebody come on and talk about it. But that was kind of definitely a negative damper. It was both of those articles were kind of negative towards The Rock, but again, splashy headlines. But I mean, if you're spending money and you're not getting recruits, that's pretty. You know, I don't know what else they could possibly do. Maybe they're trying something different. But it will be interesting to see because that was a major sponsorship for the UFL, and they need those kind of sponsorship deals. And how this translates to other sponsorships and how they try to land other things, who knows? But we will just have to stay tuned and find out.